Hello and welcome to Trails to Azure Part 48. Since last time I moved around a bit, I think all I did was get quartz for her. Which, probably not optimal, but good enough. I didn't bother too much with getting, a better move. Everything else here is good enough. I don't have any other earth options that seem interesting, so again, good enough. I got evade 3 on her. Move 2, good enough. I actually don't know if I can get move 3. I think move 2 is the limit right now. And then he just has this. I didn't get a higher HP because I didn't feel like it. There's probably ones that are better than that. I wouldn't even be surprised if EP cut 2 would be more valuable, but I think the HP for him who has 10,000 is probably better. But that's stuff I've done. In the meantime, I need to slow down this because that's too fast. But that's enough. I'm not going to grind stuff like that again anytime soon, at least. Until I decide that I'm going to purchase all the ingredients that I need. Because once I'm like, hey, let's buy all the ingredients, it'll be a lot of money. But that's for later. Right now, I continue right where I left off, which was right here, and doing the quest called Charity Case, where we will be helping with a charity drive because their main event is in jeopardy of being cancelled for some reason. Yeah, I'll do that, and then it will be the usual check here, 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 and here, alongside this quest from East Street. Then I'll do this later, and that as well. It doesn't look like they're coming. How about giving up on this whole idea, Roy? Are you serious, Grandpa? We're holding this charity drive to raise everyone's spirits. We can't just cut out the main attraction. What would we even do? Replace it? With what? I understand that, Roy, but... Sorry to interrupt your conversation, you two. Oh, it's the SSS. It's good to see you again, Lloyd. Are you here for the charity drive? Well, if I'm not mistaken, your association requested our assistance with the event. I don't recall anything of the sort. That's because I was the one who sent it. What? Just when did that happen? Haha, I did it in secret a little while ago. I can give you guys the rundown real quick. That is, if you have the time for it. It's for a good cause and charity schmarity. I wish the, affirmative answer was a joke. It's for a good cause is a joke, sort of. Can you even call it a joke? It is topical. But charity schmarity is much better. Sure, we'd be happy to help you out. Awesome. Let me explain the request in full then. As you're all aware, we are holding a charity drive in the Civic Center today. We've got a piano performance and a buffet lined up right now. There's just one problem. And that would be? Well, I had a special program planned for later. It's supposed to be our main event. But we're short on participants. Is it gonna be like a beauty contest? Things are at a total standstill. The request did mention something like that. What is this event exactly? It'd be funny if it wasn't a female beauty contest though. Yeah, of course it is. It's the Miss Crossbell Pageant, Work It Working Girl Edition. I think it would be funnier if it was actually the opposite. So it was Mr. Crossbell, because then that would be a twist. But, so it's a beauty contest then. Hey, you won't hear me complaining. I'm a pro at scoping out babes. Weird. The subtitle is rather cringe-inducing, however. How do you figure? Who better to honor than the working women of our city, right? That being said, we've barely gotten any participants. I wonder why. Only 3 women have agreed to take part so far. That's not nearly enough to hold a pageant. At this rate, cancellation will be the only logical step to take. Well, it's not as if I can't understand why most would be hesitant to go through with this. I have a feeling I know where we fit into this picture. Yep, it's exactly what you're thinking. I'd like you guys to scout out some women in the workforce who'd be willing to compete in the pageant. Okay. It's a bug. A singular bug driving me insane. Alright, I think we get the idea. You mentioned that you already have 3 participants. Who are they, exactly? The first one is Cynthia. She's one of the receptionists at Time's department store. Next is Eris, a back alley hostess. That's surprising. And last but not least, I got the okay from Officer Kate at the CPD. Wow, I can't believe you actually managed to convince her. A receptionist, a hostess, and a cop, huh? That's some nice variety you got there. What other kinds of working women are you looking for? Let's see. I'm looking for a waitress, an artisan, a maid, and a sister from the church. Okay, waitress is obvious. It's gonna be Shan Shan is my guess. Though it could also be the person from Vaint Set. I don't remember her name. But it's Shan Shan or Vaint Set. Girl. The artisan. Who could it be? I don't know what they mean by artisan. Like, it can't be Rixia or Sully. It could be Plie. Do they count as artisans? Because they're dancers? A maid is gonna be the one... Is gonna be the, McDowell maid. I don't remember her name. Because she mentioned earlier that she wished she could help out somehow, and so she's going to join. And a sister from the church could be literally any of them. It's probably not going to be Reese, but it could be any of them. Wait, sister, so I'm going to have to go East Street for the waitress. I don't know what they mean by artisan if it's not one of, Arc-en-Ciels. If it's not one of Arc-en-Ciels, I don't have any guesses. The maid I know who exactly is going to be, and a sister from the church just go to the church. I think these 4 occupations would strike a very nice balance together. Ideally, I'd love to have a nurse or a member of Arc-en-Ciel participate too. That implies that the member of Arc-en-Ciel is not an artisan. That would be nigh impossible. After Ilia's recent injury, Arc-en-Ciel has suspended operations, and the nurses are busy. And St. Ursula has its hands full attending to the recent influx of patients. I mean, Baggio wanted to be a nurse. They're not a woman, but... no surprise there. Anyway, we know what our job is. We'll find you a waitress, an artisan, a maid, and a church sister. Just like you asked. Great! We'll start the pageant as soon as we can, once you've gathered everyone. I'm counting on you. Charity case. So yes, the people that I'm confident are needed. So first, I'm going to get waitresses. There's 2 that I can guess for waitresses. Oh! Okay. Artisan. Technically, I spoiled this one. I saw the name, but now I understand what it means by artisan. Wendy is an artisan. Not in like an artistic way, but in like a working way. East Street. Moi and Grandpa went away somewhere. I guess I'll play with Grandma today. Where is she? Okay, I'm gonna save real quick. In case entering this triggers the quest. But, she's just sitting here doing nothing, so maybe. How about Shan Shan as their pageant waitress? She looks a little down about something. I'll try asking her anyway. Excuse me, Shan, could I have a moment of your time? What's up? Lloyd asked if she'd be interested in participating. Oh, that thing? I already turned down Roy when he asked me earlier. With Rixia gone, I don't really feel up for it. You must really miss her. Well, in that case, you shouldn't force yourself. Sounds like you still haven't come to terms with her leaving, huh? Yeah. I've been so depressed. I think it's starting to rub off on our customers, too. It's like I'm bringing down the whole restaurant. Well, how about this? You could always participate in the pageant as a way of cheering yourself up. Well, I regret sitting it out in the future. You may as well give it a shot. Huh, that's a good point. Okay, count me in. I'm gonna do everything I can to pump up the party. I'll walk on stage, wish for continental peace, and even wear a bikini if I have to. I don't think it's that kind of pageant, Shan. We don't actually know. We know nothing about the pageant. Well, either way, I guess that's a yes. You bet. Call me when it's time to start, okay? I won't be late. Sure thing, Shan. We'll see you there. That's number one. I'm not talking to anyone here because I'm doing that discussion later. So central is I spoiled this because I was making sure I didn't have to go to the other ones, but... Hey, Lloyd. What can I do for you? We do you for. Say, wouldn't Wendy be perfect for the artisan role in the pageant? Who else could it be for like this type of artisan perspective? Is there anyone else it could be? I mean, Guillaume is the only other quote-unquote artisan, right? I kind of doubt it's her thing, but I guess it wouldn't hurt to ask. Hey, Wendy, you got a minute? Asked if you'd be interested. Pageant? The heck is that? Some kind of newfangled orbit component or something? Orbital component or something? What? No, come on, Wendy. Have you seriously never heard of a pageant? Leave it to an engineer to be completely ignorant of the outside world. Ha ha ha, I'm just pulling your leg. I know what a beauty pageant is. Sounds interesting though. Sure, I'm down to give it a try. You are? Really? Well, there's a shock. You're the last person I expected to join. No offense. None taken. You know what they say. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Besides, how am I going to turn down a request from an old pal like Lloyd here? I've got some work I need to finish before things start. So you just give me a ring when you need me. Yeah, will do. Thanks a bunch, Wendy. Okay. Then there's the maid. And... the church sister. Reese seems the most likely because she's the only identifiable one, but... this is definitely the maid. There's no way it's anyone else because she mentioned that she wished she could help. Hello, Lady Ellie, SSS. Hey, why don't we have her play the role of the maid for the pageant? Not a bad idea, Wazzy. She already is one after all. Do you mind asking her for us, Ellie? I don't, but I'm not sure she'll agree. Joanna has always been timid. I have a request for you, Joanna. Yes, if it's coming from you, Lady Ellie, I'll happily oblige. Asked Joanna. A pageant? I beg your pardon? That was a rather delayed reaction. Me? Participate in a pageant? I could never. Aw, come on, you'll be fine. I'm giving you the official Randy seal of approval. As if that means anything. My apologies, Joanna. I didn't mean to pressure you. We'll find someone else. I'm sure we can ask for another maid who's willing to participate. ... Just a moment, my lady. After some consideration, I would like to participate after all. Wow, that'd be great. But why the sudden change of heart? Well, if my lady should request anyone to play the role of maid, it should be me. Her actual maid. Aw, thank you, Joanna. But if it turns out to be too overwhelming, it's okay to pull out. All right? Yes, my lady. Please call me when it's time. I'll be there as soon as I'm able. Thanks, Joanna. We appreciate it. Okay. So last will be one of the sisters. It could be any of them. I think it would actually be funnier if it is just a random one, like one of them that I don't remember the name of, like not Marble, not Reese, but one of the other ones, but Juju. There's something about Juno. It didn't cutscene here. I don't think this is gonna be the one, because it didn't do a cutscene. Or it didn't, like, shift camera. Oh my goodness. Me? In a beauty pageant? No, I couldn't. That's no place for someone like myself. I'm not nearly vivacious enough. I'm sorry to turn you down, but it'd be best if you found someone else. That's too bad. I figured, because it didn't cutscene. Is there anything that separates people? Because my assumption is it's not going to be Reese. Because she's busy with, like, actual work. There's just 3 here. Let's start on the right. Why, hello, SSS. Well, Sister Marble does qualify. Technically, yes. But you can't really be suggesting we invite our old Sunday school teacher to a beauty pageant. Oh, I know what's going on here. Are you here to ask me if I'll join the beauty pageant that's happening? I'd heard something like that was being planned for today. Wow, I didn't expect you to already know about it. Oh, word gets around. Still, I don't think a woman my age should be getting on that kind of stage. You're welcome to ask the other sisters. One of them may be willing to hear you out. No student has ever been able to keep a secret from you, Sister Marble. Nope, it didn't cutscene. I'm just going to skip through this because it didn't cutscene. And this isn't going to cutscene. Oh, it did cutscene though. Hello, SSS. Can I help you with anything? She just seems unlikely because she's like busy. I think we found our sister for the pageant, but I guess it is her since it cutscened. Good thing. Good thinking. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, there's something we want to talk to you about, Reese. Or Rice. I don't know how it's actually supposed to pronounce. I'm pronouncing it Reese. Or Ries. Beauty pageant? I admire that it's for charity, but I still have so many responsibilities to see to here at the cathedral today. And I'm not sure how appropriate it would be to participate as a sister of the church. You raise a good point. Shoot, just when I thought we were finally gonna see Reese strut her stuff. Hehe. Well, I do think they're working toward a good cause. Is it only a pageant, or are they hosting other attractions as well? I think there's more to it. Do you remember, Tio? A piano recital and buffet table have also been arranged for the event. I've changed my mind. It would be my honor to participate in the pageant because she wants to eat food. I thought she likes bread, specifically bread. Does she like all food? I can't remember. Why the sudden change of heart? Was it the buffet that did it? Do they know enough about her to make that assumption? Haha, I have a feeling it was. In any case, I still have to assist with math for a little while longer. Contact me again when it's time for the pageant to start. Considering this is the last person, it's going to be pretty quick. We will. Alright, that's the last participant we needed to find for the pageant. Let's head back to the Civic Center and give Roy and Chairman Morris the news. I find it weird that it was Reese, but I mean, it makes sense, because she's literally the only sister from the Septian Church that is identifiable as a character. Like, every other one just looks the exact same. They have no identifying characteristics. I just thought it'd be fun if it was one of the base, practically unidentifiable characters. I think it'd be a pretty solid bit. Because it wouldn't make any sense. You're back. Did you find anyone willing to participate in the pageant? Remember, I was looking for a waitress, an artisan, a maid, and a sister from the church. Yep, we managed to get all 4. All we have to do is call them before the pageant starts. Oh yeah? Finally, some good news. The piano concert's just about to finish over on our end. Piano concert, that's pretty fun. Talk about perfect timing. Now we don't have to call off the big event. Could you imagine leaving calling off the big event to literally the last second? Like, I understand why. They don't want to cancel it until they have to, but it's like, oh, sorry, the event that you were expecting, it's canceled. So we'll go back home. It's like kind of a bit of an ask. But thank goodness for that. Good work, Roy. Good work, Roy. What did he do? He called us, that's it. It's nice to finally see my bump on a log of a grandson apply himself by sending in a request to the SSS. What's with the backhanded compliment? Well, anyway, the pageant is about to start. You guys ready to feast your eyes? I mean, 4/7 of the competition aren't even here yet, so no, we're not ready. Bring on the working women. We should take 5 first. Bring on the working women. Just feels very dismissive. Dismissive's not the right word, but yep, all good to go. We'll contact the participants now. Cool, thanks for that. Ooh, baby. I can't wait to see those ladies strut their stuff. You'll be lucky to strut out of here without a restraining order or 5. I should go and prepare the venue. Would you mind taking care of the hosting duties, Roy? You can count on me, Grandpa. That wraps up our part. How well things go from here is in the hands of the goddess now. I suppose we could use a break. We're workers too, after all. Yeah, it's not like we haven't earned it. Let's get in touch with the participants and let them know we're waiting then. Dude. I thought they said it was done. Why time skip and it's not done yet? Also, that's not piano. Like, it's violin. Wow. Reese has been on a cross-table tour since the second she walked in. It's a little too easy to pick her out from a crowd with that habit on. Perhaps so, yes. But frankly, I can't blame her, considering how delicious his buffet is. I mean, it's weird. Looks like all the restaurants in town hooked this event up with some seriously good eats. I even see some of that spicy mapo tofu from Long Lao over there. Is he talking about this? Or is it somewhere like off screen? Oh, I need to get myself a bowl before they run out. Haha, you guys make for a real tight-knit team. And with food this delicious, there's no way this event won't be a success, right? One can hope, at least. Come on, Wazzy, this is for charity. Try not to be such a downer. By the way, Kate, you don't seem to be the least bit nervous about taking part in the pageant. We expected otherwise, seeing as headquarters has been practically buried in work since the raid. Right, well, I was waffling on it when I first got invited. But then Chief Jolik encouraged me to participate, so here I am. Oh, how nice of him. In times like these, we have to do everything we can to support our citizens. Propaganda. In that sense, we're copying your team's MO. That's flattering, but I'm not sure we're anything worth imitating. Oh, that's mine. Excuse me for just a moment. This is Officer Kate speaking. Yes. Yes. Understood. I'll be there ASAP. Is everything alright, Kate? The timing couldn't have been any worse, but something came up at work. I have to go. I don't feel great about it, but I'm going to have to drop out of the pageant. Seriously? Damn, that's rough. But we get it. If duty calls, duty calls. Yeah, sorry about this, guys, but I've got to get moving. Would you mind apologizing to Roy for me? Don't worry, Kate. We'll take care of it. Thanks. I owe you one. What a pity. I wish she could have at least stayed to chat a while longer. Me too. Hey guys, enjoying yourselves? It's almost time for the pageant to start. Could you do me a favor and help round up the participants? Huh? Where'd the police officer go? Oh, well, about that. What? Well, this is just great. What the heck are we supposed to do? Only have 6 people? Huh? That's not enough. Except there's gonna be another one missing. But like, they can have 6 people. That would be fine. Oh, I got it. Can I get one of you to fill in for the policewoman role? What? You want one of us on stage? Well, now you've got my attention. Come on, ladies. How many times in your life are you going to get a golden opportunity like this? Give it a shot. That's easy for you to say, Randy. You're not the one who has to get up there. But please, I'm begging you. This event isn't just about raising funds for the reconstruction efforts. It's also meant to lift the spirits of our citizens. This is for the sake of every crossbellin. Well, when you put it like that... How do the rest of you feel? I have no objections. Technically, I am a member of the CGF, not the police. But I doubt that's going to get me out of this. Perfect. Alright then. Which one of you is going to enter the pageant? How about you pick our lucky entrant, Oid? Why me? You're the leader of the SS. If anybody knows which of our gals has the goods, it's you. Besides, time is short. Do you really want to sow the seeds of discontent by making them pick between themselves? I mean, the easy thing is rock, paper, scissors until there's an odd one out or whatever. Okay, fine. Let's see. Who should I volunteer for the pageant? I mean, it's definitely not going to let me send up Randy. Oh, it'd be funny to send up Randy or Wazzy. Lloyd would be boring. I'll click Wazzy and then move on from that and pick one of the other people. It will probably be Ellie, because that's the only kind of interesting one. Well, by interesting I mean Tio is 14, maybe 15, so that's kind of weird. And then I don't know. Noelle's a weird choice. Rigging the contest now, are we? Well, it's no skin off my back. You're not going to protest, Wazzy? Not even a little? Of course not. I'm always game to shake things up. What's the big idea, Lloyd? Are you trying to tell us Wazzy's the prettiest member of the SSS? I never said that. I don't know. I think he can give you ladies a run for your Mira. Silence, Randy. Or would you prefer I silence you myself? Alright. Hands off the trigger. You're not serious, are you? This is a Miss Crossbell pageant. We can't have a man compete. Pick someone else already. Sorry. In that case, who should I choose? Randy. No, I don't want to do that again. Ellie's the one I chose in Zero. Let's go with Ellie for this. I don't know how it's going to end because I've been using combo crafts whenever, sort of, but Tio would be odd. And Noelle was more against it is the easiest justification. Doesn't matter. How about you, Ellie? Me? Well, fine. If I absolutely must. I'll try to work myself through the embarrassment somehow. Not like we haven't done worse. I'm sure you'll get the hang of it once you're on stage. True. But this is a different kind of pressure from being in combat or mid-investigation. Not only that, but she isn't properly dressed for the theme. Eking out a win would be an uphill battle. Backwards, even. How about we spin it another way? Say you're a plainclothes officer or something? Would have been more ideal with the green shirt and blue blazer, peaked cap and so on. But what can you do? He's really fixated on the whole women in uniform bit, isn't he? Either way, this should be enough for us to keep the pageant going. Because they definitely couldn't do the pageant with 6 people. No siree. Good luck out there, Ellie. We will cheer for you. Thanks, you too. I'll give it my best. Come on, we don't have much time. We gotta go get ready backstage. This is gonna be boring. I hope it's literally super quick. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the moment you've all been waiting for. It's the Miss Crossbell pageant, Work It Working Girl edition. Okay, so here's how the contest will go. Each participant will appear on stage and give a few words to try and appeal to the crowd. Each message should contain a greeting or an expression common in their field. After every lady has had their turn, rate the name of the one you find the most charming on your ballot. Whoever garners the most votes will then be awarded the title of Miss Crossbell. With that, let's get things started. Let's get this thing started. It's time to show off your stuff, ladies. First up, entry number 1. The sweetly innocent receptionist of Time's department store. Miss Cynthia. Spin. Welcome to Time's department store. Please let me know if there's anything I can help with. That's so lame. But like, she knew it was lame. Wasn't that fantastic? Just how many people has she blown away with that classy professionalism? And by the way, fellas, she's single. Who out there wouldn't want a date with a catch like her? On to the next one. Entry number 2. A lone rose with the charm of a butterfly dancing in the back alley moonlight. It's Miss Eris. She goes up, she spins. Thanks for choosing me. I'm all yours for tonight. Gross. That's not a charity beauty pageant sentence to say, in my mind. But hey. Let's drink the night away. Smooch. Yeah, it's definitely not what you say at a charity beauty pageant. Bravo! Did you catch that? Perfect kiss. You can share a toast with the enchanting Miss Eris at her club in the back alley. But remember, only virgin cocktails for all you minors out there. Now, let's keep the ball rolling. It's time for entry number 3. An angel from the east. We all know her as Long Lao's waitress. It's a spectacular Shan Shan. Welcome. How many in your party? That's funny. Daddy's cooking is the best around, so make sure you order lots, okay? Or, make sure you order lots, okay? There it is. That smile just takes your breath away, doesn't it, folks? As the face of Long Lao, Shan Shan is incredibly popular on East Street. I just happen to be a huge fan myself. Unfortunately, her father, Zhang Hui, I don't know how that's actually pronounced, might cave in your head with a wok if you try anything funny. Don't place an order for this dish unless you're willing to pay with your life. Alright, let's hear it for entry number 4. The beautiful orbital engineer of Gen 10 that I don't know how to pronounce it. It could be Gen 10, it could be Gen 10. I don't know the intended pronunciation. It's a spectacular Miss Wendy. Spin. Ahem. I don't have anything prepared for this occasion, but if you've got an ornament that needs tinkering, I'm your gal. Wow, her reliability is, oh, so charming. Don't go smashing your ornaments just to have an excuse to see her, though. I've heard she's no stranger to braining people with her wrench. Again, though, they could have gotten away with 6. They don't need 7, but whatever. Would you look at that? We're already reached entry number 5. Next, we have the magnificent maid responsible for serving Crossbell's speaker, Henry McDowell. Give it up for Miss Joanna. Spin. ... welcome home, master. If you excuse me, then. Whoa. What? Whoa. Maybe? Who said maids have to be stuffy? Something about this gal just hits you like a breath of fresh air. Who said maids have to be stuffy? No one said that, have they? I bet some of our audience members are starting to feel awfully jealous of Speaker McDowell right about now. Has nothing to do with him being wealthy, just him having a nice maid. We're almost there, everyone. It's time for entry number 6. She's a pure-hearted woman of the cloth who's devoted her earthly existence to that big A in the sky. What a weird way to phrase it. I'm just grabbing something really quick. Didn't work, but it worked well enough. It's Miss Reese, or Rice. Grabs the book. The teachings of the Septian Church live on in the hearts of the people. What a choice. May the goddess guide you all. Like, could you imagine? It's a beauty pageant and you're like, it lives on in the hearts of the people. Why am I not there? May the goddess guide you all. Whoa, how divine. Folks, I think we've just witnessed the birth of a new saint. Odd. Is this really the same girl who was wolfing down everything at the buffet earlier? That's one grab. Nice. Snapshot. Last but not least, but certainly not least, it's entry number 7. A member of the CPD Special Sports section. Her family pedigree is as long and distinguished as her beautiful, flowing locks. It's Miss Ellie McDowell. Right, I'm supposed to say something to the audience. What should I do? Show off some gun. Like, I know that I've spoiled the top one's the right answer, but shooting a gun would be so funny. Declare them under arrest. That's lame, but hands where I can see them. In accordance with crossbow state law, I hereby place you under arrest. Bravo, bravo! Who knew being held up by a policewoman could be so stimulating? And there you have it. All 7 contestants have now had their time to shine. Let's have a big round of applause for our lovely ladies on stage. After a brief pause, the audience put in their votes. Reese elected to drop out just prior, stating that it wouldn't be fair for her to compete as a non-crossbellin. The audience then proceeded to select a winner from the 6 remaining girls. I get a ballot too, so I might as well vote. In the interest of fairness though, I probably shouldn't choose a coworker. Now let's see, who do I go for? So apparently this gives you a level 3 quartz. None of them are especially great. I'm feeling like voting for Joanna, partially because she was clearly the least comfortable, and because it's an HP 3. And like I would benefit more from an HP 3 than from... So this is an Mind 3. I already have a Mind 3 on the character that's going to be dealing damage. Maybe I should get one for Ellie, but for now I'm not. Eris was... Oh, Shanchan was an attack 3. Eris or Wendy. One of those was a defense 3, and the other was an evade 3. I think this was the evade 3, and this was the defense 3. I don't really need either, because the only one that would use the defense already has one. And while anyone can use defense, the main people that have it equipped on have it already. HP 3 is useful, and Joanna is the least comfortable. I don't know. Okay, I think I'll go with Joanna. And finally, once we've announced the results of the pageant, the second event of the day will come to a close. Why is it so dark behind them? It's just weird looking. And now, the winner of the very first Miss Crossbell pageant, the contestant who will be taking home the grand prize is... How is it going to focus enough? Come on, faster. Entry number 5, Miss Joanna. In recognition of your victory, it's my honor to present you this commemorative plaque. Thank you very much. But that's not all. The judges would like to select another contestant for honorable mention. Entry number 7, Miss Ellie. Hehe. The maid and her, I don't know, master's daughter. In recognition of your outstanding effort, it's my honor to present you this other commemorative plaque. Here you go. Pageant keepsake plaque. Hehe. Why, thank you. That's the end of the Miss Crossbell pageant. The buffet will be reopening shortly, so grab a bite, and we'll see you at the cook-off and general arts classes later. It's weird that I feel like cook-off and then do the cook-off, then do a buffet, then do this, but... And so, the charity pageant came to a close. The pageant went off without a hitch. We couldn't have done it without you guys. Thanks again for gathering all those lovely ladies up for us. You're very welcome. We enjoyed ourselves too. I wasn't quite expecting to come out of it with an award, though. Well, I was. No one's surprised you did well up there, Ellie. Yes, you played the role perfectly. Well, everyone had a grand old time, and we managed to collect plenty of Mira for the reconstruction efforts to boot. My hat's off to you, Roy. Turns out you had a winning idea, for once. Why couldn't you have just said good job or something? Oh well. Anyway, since this is a special occasion, I'd like to give you guys this. I'd like you guys to have this. We prepared it specifically with the winning contestant in mind. Think of it as a memento of today's event. HP 3. Wow, really? Thanks so much, Roy. Real man. That was one hell of a show you put on. Here's hoping we get more events like this in the future. Yeah, definitely. Anyway, I think we'll just be going now. Of course, thank you again. Keep on keeping on, SSS. Charity case. Ooh. Ellie was not on my case for not voting for her. This is open. Oh, that's a lot of people to talk to. Let's talk to her first. Thank you for attending today's charity drive. If there are any events that interest you in particular, let me know. I would be happy to provide you with more information. I'm just checking here really quick. Nothing important. Okay. I had assumed the pageant was going to be in poor taste, but it actually ended up being quite a lot of fun. Thank you for making it happen. Again? Where's the violin music coming from? Oh, this is Bread Boy. Still hanging around, huh? For what it's worth, I thought your guys' entry was pretty cool. Imagine my surprise when I saw who was up there. You'll always be the real winner in my eyes. Aw, thank you, Oscar. Thank you for inviting me, everyone. Experiences like these are few and far between. It's definitely few and far between, not few and far in between for members of the church. At least a saying. I imagine proper grammar is few and far in between for members of the church. Would be grammatically correct, but it's not the saying. Hee, I'm glad you had fun. Kind of a shame you dropped out, though. You're the one I really wanted to vote for. Yes, well, as a non-crossbelling, I felt it would have been wrong of me to compete with the other women. But I'll happily accept the compliment nevertheless. Thank you. Reese just might have taken the whole thing home if she stayed on the ballot. Although she seems to be blissfully unaware of that fact. Well, unaware or just doesn't care. Those are kind of different. Like, she may be unaware, but she also might be unaware because she just does not care. Phew. For a second I was scared Shanshan would bow out of the pageant completely. She's back to her regular old self now, thankfully. All's well that ends well, huh? Daddy'll be over the moon if this ends up getting us more customers. I'm still worried about Rixia, but I know down in my heart that she'll come home. I need to cheer up so I can welcome her with a great big smile. Gah. My poor little tum-tum. This is what I get for overeating like a pig. But if it's for the sake of Crossball, I'll devour everything and then some. I like this character. Just a random old man that loves to eat. All of the participants were absolutely lovely. It makes me regret not volunteering myself for the maid role. I guess I could have. The person at the apartments could have been an option too. She is sort of dressed as a maid. But like, also it was very obviously going to be her because she talked about how she wanted to help but she didn't know how. Ah, now that was a sight to soothe the soul. There may be plenty of snacks here, but I much prefer the eye candy, if you catch my drift. Creepy. This pageant turned out to be excellent article material. I managed to snap a ton of great photos too. Now I just need to return to the CNS and sort through them. I'm actually planning to return home to Rumfuria in the near future. My parents would have preferred that I leave sooner, but at least now I'll have a nice story to share with them. Hey, nice hustle out there. I'm in the middle of interviewing the pageant participants. You won't mind if I swing by and hit you up later, right? I feel bad leaving Grace hanging. We don't really have the time to stick around for one of her grilling sessions. If we duck out now, she'll never notice. I thought that police officer lady was super cool. As a woman myself, I can say for a fact that the ladies in the pageant were simply stunning. And they were all in the workforce too. What terrific role models for the little girls out there. Even my son seems to admire them. The pageant was quite riveting. Perhaps if I were 30 years younger, I could have participated myself. Interesting that there's space back here. Boy, do I love being adored. That was a ton of fun. I'd do it again in a heartbeat if I got the chance. I can't believe I agreed to go on stage for something like that. Well, I thought you looked just darling up there, Joanna. But please, Lady Ellie, you're embarrassing me. And then this guy's gonna have nothing to say. And then I'm done. No, I'm not. I hope you all enjoyed today's charity event. Very interesting sentence. Okay, so now for today. Oh, I can't go to the IBC. That's quick. I was gonna check IBC, Harbor, and stop there. But now it might be Harbor and some of East Street, depending on how long Harbor takes. Because the next quest is in East Street. So I'll do the East Street one tomorrow. Working hard, everyone. Oh, Sergeant Major Seeker. Hello, ma'am. If the Sergeant Major is here, then that must make all of you the SSS. Was there something you needed from the Guardian Force? No, it's nothing like that. We just want to see how things are with the IBC building after the explosion. How bad is it? Probably about as much as you're thinking. All that's left is a burnt out husk. I get the feeling it's going to be nearly impossible to rebuild. They are still assessing the full extent of the damage, however. Ellie, what are all of you doing here? It's a Miss Croix. Belle! You're here too, Maribel? Yes, I came to inspect the IBC myself. Would you all care for a little chat? See, I'm probably just going to finish Harbor District and that's it for today. It's been a while, Maribel. We haven't really had a chance to meet after our stay at the resort. Yes, it's been far too long since we last spoke face to face. I understand that you were present when the building was destroyed. What matters most, though, is that you're safe. Same to you, Belle. We heard that you were in Michelin at the time of the incident. Thank goodness you're alright. Oh, Ellie, you were that worried about me. That must be true love speaking. But Belle, you're my best friend. Of course I was worried about you. You know, you're surprisingly chill for someone whose family business just went up in flames. Mm-hmm. He's right. I'm impressed by how well you're keeping it together. Then I must be doing a fine job of maintaining the facade. Yes, totally. Don't think for a second that I'm indifferent to the gravity of the situation. So it really is that bad then. the guardsmen just hold us. All that's left is a burnt out husk. That doesn't even begin to describe it. Of all the catastrophes in the world, the IBC building was blown sky high. I personally escorted Miss Qua to the site earlier, and it's just as grim as she says. We were hoping to recover the Sepith ingots stored in the basement, as well as the contents of our vaults. Frankly, I've given up on that at this point. Reconstructing a completely destroyed building is more than we bargained for. It'll take time just to clear the rubble. Thankfully, we were able to transfer Bank's day-to-day operation to Orca's Tower for the time being. I heard about that. It was impressive how quickly you were able to restore the IBC's backup data. Evidently, other countries feel the same. Well, building in precautions is simply a natural step in system administration. We are able to serve our customers at Orca's Tower now, too, so it's not all bad news. But that doesn't mean I don't still want to burn the Red Constellation down in return. I'm spread thin even on the best of days. And now those barbarians have increased my workload tenfold. If I ever see them again, I won't hesitate to tear each of them limb from limb myself. I've never seen her so furious. That reminds me, Belle. What happened to your precious Rosenberg dolls? I don't suppose they were caught in the blast too? Oh, them? The maid who cleans my room stored them in their trunks and carried them to safety, as per the emergency protocols I arranged. Yes, because keeping the personal dolls safe is more important than the septium ingots in the vaults. So, fortunately, my little darlings are all safe and sound. Good planning truly does pay off. It's one of the few silver linings in this mess. Well, at least she can rest easy knowing her dolls are safe. If only she cared about my well-being as much as she does theirs. Excuse me, Miss Qua, but it's almost time. Oh, it's been lovely chatting with you all, but all good things must come to an end. We'll have to catch up again some other time, if you would excuse me. Not a problem. We didn't mean to keep you from your busy schedule. Until next time, Belle. Have a good day. Okay. So I'm gonna look at the burnt husk of this. Oh, if I talk to him, it's gonna be another cutscene moment. So I'm gonna ignore that for a second. Oh, maybe eventually this, like this geofront thing, maybe that has an entrance that can get me somewhere. I have to talk to him eventually. I have to talk to the two over there. Him. The newest rumor making the rounds is that the Empire is responsible for the raid. People are talking about it all over town. I get why it would look that way, but it's a slippery slope to lean on. If only we could uncover the truth somehow. Whatever the truth may be, Airboni is never going to claim responsibility for the raid. As for how they plan to respond to the situation, all we can do is wait and see. The reconstruction effort is in full swing, and the referendum is in 3 days. Despite everything that's happened, Crossbow City feels more unified than ever. Though personally, it feels as though the people in favor of independence are a lot more animated about the issue. Not that I don't understand. It's only natural for any citizen to have a strong opinion on this. The wrong button. Trying to move this way. So, talk to this random guy. even though Heiyue's office was destroyed. Things have calmed down pretty quickly around here. I imagine the upcoming referendum is keeping most of the citizens out of the doldrums. A lot can change when people's backs are against the wall. Something tells me we're going to see that in the results. My old cart and I endured our share of ups and downs, but just because it went to noodle cart heaven doesn't mean I have to break too. Now that I have a new cart, I'm ready to push into the future and make a fresh start. I wonder if there's any differences in design or if it's the exact same design of the cart. No one has seen Heiyue since the raid. We couldn't find anything useful in what's left of their office building either. Either they're hiding somewhere in Crossbell, or they fled the state entirely. Just where did they run off to? Had Amasai and I been just a little slower to escape during the raid, it fills me with dread to think what might have happened to us. There used to be an Eastern-looking building over there, but now it's totally gone. Yes. I mean, totally gone is not accurate, but... Okay. Stopping here because it's a reasonable stop. Next time I will go through all the people I need to talk to here. Then I'll do the quests that is based in there. And then after that quest, the other ones are out of here. So after I do that quest, I'll do clockwise starting from Crossbell Police Academy. So Police Academy, Bellegarde, Mines, Armorica, Tangram, and then from Tangram back up to the Ancient Battlefield, because that's where I need to fight stuff and I need to catch my last fish. Once I do the Tangram Gate quest, I also need to do Nox Forest. So this can be, I'll do Nox Forest when I go to Crossbow Police Academy. But Tangram Gate will lead to Ancient Battlefield. Ancient Battlefield will let me catch the last fish. Well, I still need the legendary fish, but I'll do the legendary fish and the catfish at the same time. Then once I'm done that, I can do the last of the Elite Four, Lake Lord. Once I'm done Lake Lord, it'll be time to go to St. Ursula. But that's where I'm stopping for today, because it's a reasonable point. I'll continue with the quests tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye-bye.